Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hey, I wanted to grab the camera, just share an experience that I had just the other day that left me kind of frustrated, kind of peeved off a little bit. I wanted to just share it with you guys, get your thoughts on this whole little exchange, and just kind of share with you guys something that's really been bothering me a lot in the industry. All right, let's catch up with you guys inside the video.
Make the ground shake.
All right guys, it's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Today is gonna be another story time. Now, I know a lot of you guys love story time with Brian and Brian's Lawn Maintenance. So here's the deal. A lot of you guys were keeping up with me on Instagram stories the other day and saw that we were doing a mulch job on my commercial site. I had my friend Brandon there, I had my friend Sawyer there, we had rented the tractor, we were doing the whole deal. In fact, I was shooting some video for a mulch training program that I can make available to you guys here on the Lawntrepreneur Academy. Not even the point, I just wanted to talk about the fact why we're there, what we're doing, right? And here's the deal, this whole conversation that I want to have with you guys and have this exchange is, it was the topic of discounts and different tradespeople asking other guys in trades for discounts. And I'm actually going to elaborate on this a little bit more because I've noticed a mentality that has creeped into society like never before in the last 5 or 10 years. And that is being cheap, and that is asking for discounts. Now, here's the deal. Get the whole story here before you weigh in, but by the time this is done, I want you to leave a comment because I was really ticked off and like kind of aghast at how this guy had asked us. So there was another guy who walked into the painter store. He was a painter. No, this video is nothing against painters. My dad was a painter. I know how to paint. I love painting. That's not the point. Okay, the point is, as soon as the guy comes out, he sees Brandon on the tractor, me doing some detailed work on one of the islands, right? And we're laying mulch, and the guy comes up and goes, do you guys lay mulch? And we're like, yeah, we lay mulch. And he goes, can I get a bid? We say, yes. Where do you live? And he says the 2 roads that Brandon and I live on, or I used to live on. And then we're like, we know right where that area is. And so he explains what house, and we basically even know the house. And long story short, it's a wealthier street, wealthier area. You know, it doesn't even matter. But the point is, the whole point of this whole story is that the guy goes, okay, he goes, but can you give me a discount? Like, we didn't quote it, we don't have any numbers yet, we have no context, and the guy goes, okay, well, but you'll be able to give me a discount, right, if I sign up with you? And Brandon and I both literally have sunglasses on, but you can just see the little head cock, and we're like, I'm sorry, what? And then he literally proceeds to say, and he's an older guy, he proceeds to say, yeah, if I buy the mulch, will you lay it down? You know, he goes, obviously I could probably get it cheaper than what you guys are going to charge me. Do you mind if or he doesn't say, do you mind? He goes, if I buy the mulch, can you spread it? And I'm like, dude, like, for real? You're in trades yourself. You're a painter, which I absolutely respect, like I said. And so it just got this interesting conversation going as soon as he left. And Brandon goes, yeah, I'm pretty much not going to take that work on for darn sure, because when people start asking you for discounts and pricing, like right out of the gate, that's usually for us kind of a red flag that they're cheap, that they're not going to be a customer probably long term. They just want the in and out guy. And this isn't a video about lowballing or anything like that. The video that I'm trying to talk about right now is just, I feel like it's almost like rude to talk to another guy in trades about discounting their work for you instead of paying like the regular, I wouldn't say like retail price. I'm not saying that we should price gouge or pay high. I want a deal, you want a deal. But there's having a good deal, and then there is like asking for even better. When you don't earn it, deserve it, you're not required to receive it. It's just, it was really rude. So if this guy paints, right, imagine the story, imagine, let's flip the script. Imagine this guy's a painter, and I said, yeah, like, can you paint my house, right? And he's like, $3,400. I don't know how much painting is, okay, just relax. But I said, okay, well, but can you do it for $2,900? Like, where do I come up with that number? Where am I warranted to even ask for $500 off? The next thing that kind of gets me mad is when people start like comparing prices to the next guy, right? Like, well, I'm going to shop around different rates. You're allowed to shop around and get different rates, but not at the point of shopping around to beat somebody's price down to a pulp to where there's barely any margin for that guy to make a freaking living. Now, I'm not saying that landscapers and painters are entitled to make $200,000 a year. That's not my point either. They should be able to earn a comfortable living. Now, if you think comfortable is 30 or you think comfortable is 90, I don't care. I'm not going to even get into that. It's not even my point. The point again here is, should tradesmen be asking discounts from other tradesmen? And I know for that guy to do a good painting job, he's got insurance, he's got workman's comp, he's got all of his insurances, his employees, his trucks, his vans, his rollers, his paint, all the ladders, right? I'm not trying to beat this guy down to a pulp where he's not making any money on this job. And I just found it really rude the way he immediately approached Brandon. Now, again, it's not about painters. I'm not saying all tradesmen do this, okay? But it just seemed a little rude and tacky right out of the gate to start asking us to discount. And if he buys the mulch, can we just spread it? Imagine this. Imagine you going to the painter and saying, hey, why don't you paint my house? But if I buy the paint, can you do it for $1,800? I know he's charging me retail for that paint that he's getting at wholesale. That's a benefit of a contractor, is the markup. For example, maybe you guys know this, maybe you don't. When you go to get your brakes done at a tire rotation place, a brake place, a car dealer, I know that the brakes that they put on my truck, whatever they cost, let's say they're $29.99, right at the wholesale price, I know that that dealer is selling them to me for $49.99. They're adding 20% onto any parts that they buy wholesale from the supplier, the manufacturer, I don't know. So they're buying it from Bosch, and Bosch is charging $4 for the wiper blades. They get them for $8 and they're charging me $13. I get that. That's called America. It's called capitalism. I'm totally fine with that. So I get the fact that, like, we all want a good deal. Okay, but when you're talking to owner-operator kind of guys, I just think it's really, really tacky to be asking for discounts. Now, here's the deal. When a lot of homeowners watch this video as well, and watch my channel as well. And again, this has nothing to do with homeowners either asking for a good deal. But to come right out of the gate and try to start comparing prices as the other guy, or to try to nickel and dime somebody just for the sake of nickel and diming people, or trying to really get a steep discount, I just find it really rude. Like, for example, here's where I'm going to leave it with. Imagine this. If I go to my dentist and the dentist charged me $90 for a cleaning, right? Just polishing up the pearly whites, right? It's $90. I don't go to him and say, hey, but I got a dentist that'll do it for $80. I got a dentist that'll do it for $70. And you have this like gusto, this like you're proud that you're nickeling diming the dentist. Let me ask you this. How many people have ever negotiated the price of their dentist bill? Probably less than 1% of you. But it's somehow, it seems to be acceptable practice to nickel and dime a landscaper, to nickel and dime a lawn care guy. Well, how much is it for a weekly cut? $30. Oh, I got a guy that can do it for 24. Like, and here's the deal, we've all accepted this kind of conversation. We've accepted that it's okay to get pooped on, and I don't find that very, I don't appreciate that. I think it's ridiculous. Now, again, I'm not saying that I'm entitled to your work. I'm not saying I'm entitled to make $200,000. I'm not saying I'm entitled to make $35 an hour or $35 on a cut that's worth $22. Like, I'm not saying I'm entitled to any of it. I'm just saying if you want me to cut your grass and do it a great way in a professional, maybe even boutique fashion, where you have me doing very good quality work and paying attention, and you want my rig and my equipment that is a premium because it's nice, it's the best, and a lot of your guys is the same way, that costs money. I don't try to nickel and dime my dentist when he's got a the machines that can make fake teeth in the back office that cost him $60,000. I'm not trying to get that tooth repair for 30% off when he's got to make a payment on a $60,000 machine. Thank Jesus that guy has that machine that can fix my teeth. Thank God that landscaper's got an $18,000 lawnmower, and all I got to do is pay $100 for that guy to, do my yard for an hour and 15 minutes to take care of my property. Like, again, I don't know. It was just a really, like, Brandon and I were both like we had like the dog, like a husky, like cock our heads. We're both like, how rude, dude. Like, we don't even know you, and you already are trying to ask for a discount. You're already trying to nickel and dime us. I didn't ask you to paint my house and let me supply the paint. So anyway, do you guys get frustrated with this stuff? Again, for real, if you watch all the way through, this is not about painters. This is not about plumbers. It's not about power wash guys. I know we're all in this together. You guys all get the same crap. I guess my question is Do you feel like this discounted mentality has seeped into America? I get trying to nickel and dime billion-dollar corporations. I used to have a heart for a lot of these big companies because they got started by guys like us, little guys. But then they sold out. There's a board of directors. It's all about stocks and dividends and earnings reports, and there's no heart and soul behind any of these companies. You want to go ask Apple for a 10% discount? I don't give a rip. Okay, because they do 40 billion in profit per year. Now, I'm not saying tax the corporations and they're pillaging people. I'm a capitalist. I think that's great. However, if you want to ask Apple for 10% off, I don't care because Apple has no face. But if you try to ask your local lawn care guy, power washer guy, painter guy for a discount, I think it's really, really tacky and really rude. And lawn care landscaping specifically is who I'm trying to talk to. I just think it's very unique that our industry, I think probably more than any other trade, immediately gets the haggling factor. And I think that's the thing I'm trying to rant about the most is, are you guys ever frustrated at the fact that people try to haggle prices instead of just taking it at face value and know that they're supporting a small business? You know, there's like that old meme that's floated around for many of years. It's like when you buy from a small business owner, you're not supporting a CEO's, second home, his private jet, and his 3 fancy cars. You're supporting a small business owner by putting ballet slippers on his daughter, taking care of this guy's wife to be able to be a stay-at-home wife to 2 beautiful children, and be able to service your property with the best tools that money can buy. Whatever that meme is, you guys have seen it, right? And I think that's what more people need to do, is be respectful of the self-employed community, man. Whether you're a painter, a lawn care guy, a dentist, a pipe fitter, a power washer, a handyman, a deck builder, blue collar, man, construction. Again, this goes back, man. I just get defensive for our industry, and that's the point of the video. All right, over and out. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Is haggling right? Is haggling wrong? Is asking for discounts right out of the gate tacky? I don't know. Let me know. Now you just start a war with anybody. Hang loose, okay? Don't blow up the comments and start getting mad at each other, okay? But I just had to share this frustrating example. So, all right, that's it. Over and out. See you guys.